Damn.
Talking about the trident and everything.
Yeah.
Like at first.
Yeah, man, it's his Thor hammer. Is his trident. This movie already.
Well, that's
the
what
whole movie.
Whoa.
Damn.
And Supernatural. John also does music video coverage.
He spent his entire life training.
It seems like this is like a war movie that's happening. It seems like Orm will probably be the primary antagonist because
Funny voice and doing the whole thing about the.
you gotta care about her when she dies, man.
Exactly.
Patrick Wilson. You know.
Hopefully he gets to take his shirt off.
This is like
why?
Where I
How
go.
questions about this movie is how are they going to make life in Atlanta? Like it hasn't been since Gladiator battles that we've really needed them.
Yeah. They try to make him look any parts that don't hit.
Or like cheesy.
Yeah. I feel like the cheese will be stuff just looks really in the theaters. I get so excited. There'd be a cohesive plot. I was just like, it seems like there's so many moving
Stylistic stuff underwater, like flicks, basically.
Yeah.
It seems very.
Check us out on Patreon. TV show reactions, Q&As. We'd love to have you to all who follow.
One coverage.
Other scenes in between, him meeting up with Mira, them going to figure a lot of this out. I think this is good.
The thing too is like this kind of it makes me think of the DCEU in a slightly different way. Film together, because how great's that gonna be? You're gonna have it be like.
Because when I heard he was in it, I just assumed he was a bad guy, and then I see him here, and I'm like, I need to hate Zack Snyder, John.
I love
on Patreon. It's going great over there. Over there, we do weekly
days. He wants to be,
Yeah,
you know,
I-
more Earth scenes. You know, just look so much bigger and look very epic. Not just
They were cutting the trailer. I guess I'm wondering too. They start talking about the trident.
they're gonna do. Trident has even had a place in
Oh, it makes sense now. This plot is getting more and more clear.
It's gonna be great. I hope there's a musical number and all that.
I've always thought Trident
In the Snyder.
he's like reading a story, and maybe he just thought it was some bedtime story. Thanks for watching with us. Aquaman, did you get your tickets? Oh shit, tickets might be out now.
Blend of like here's kind of a mystical, you know, like beaches and shores and cliffs. I mean, partly, but that it almost gives it too
Aquaman. Before we do
There were horses.
Zach's father vocal gave him a first one.
direction is, I mean, all this focus on the tridents and the most powerful trident he can get.
kind of reminded me of the feelings I got watching the Wonder Woman trailer in a way. She has to kick those.
It's got to be that personal motivation to come mentor a good guy is like, okay. For some together in terms of like yes,
fuzzy
so,
superhero
yeah.
character now.
Godspeed, Spider-Man.
And I also like
Language, I can't say bitchin'.
Dude.
So I'm trying to sound cool.
Bitchin's a classic.
Yeah.
Say what you want. He's gonna slow down these flashbacks.
You know, he jumps into water, then it's actually transitions into when he's a kid underwater or when he can't be silly.
That's stuff that I always get the point and appeal of, and you know, it's like if you're a kid, I'm sure it's awesome.
Q&As and TV show reactions for many shows. That includes Attack on Titan, My Hero Academia.
Because just
Because Themyscira and water?
because Themyscira and water.
The way they're cutting it back. Look at him go.
Damn. He's gonna go.
Yeah. I don't know if he's actually going for Japanese. It's just like
Yeah.
In cinema,
Yeah.
they've taken to the water. Yeah. Or something, whatever.
Oh, he catches a trident, I think, from Defoe, and then like a spear from somebody else.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's gonna be cool. Parts here to the storyline, but now it's all even coming together even clearer as for what is already the Arthur Curry who has all these skills that are developed. This film looks tight. I'm not sure.
He's the last white samurai who taught Aquaman how to
No sense at all the movie.
Yeah.
My prediction in terms of structure of how this might unfold, because the way
So they're just kind of like a frivolous.
like they're saying that up like that's the beginning of Act 2, but I don't think it is.
No,
the,
they're
the
gonna do-
midpoint is when they.
I dig it.
Hello, Reject Nation. I'm Greg Alba.
And I'm John Humphrey.
We're gonna. I mean, that's just my prediction on like the structure. It just makes sense to me if it was to unfold.
Is a man on fire, and I killed.
I'm the protector.
You know, and that's some of the big questions.
As it keeps going and feeling less like.
More huge, and I feel like they'd probably have a lot more effect shots done to choose from.
Wow.
Really?
Apparently, I can't use my own. Gonna be one awesome time. When he was growing up, you know.
But then he realizes it's about, you know, his
all
ancestors.
true, yeah.
It's all true. Like archaic tool. But now, you know, I think Aquaman, the same.
Now it's something more.
Radical.
Boy, dude. Hello there, fellow children. And
All the insane amount of creature feature designs you have going on here.
just like Hollywood CG, but like some of it's actually there. Like we saw.
Yeah.
This film looks chill.
Man,
AF.
this is just
Then we're gonna get a flashback. So it's like he catches that sword, and then we're gonna.
So I feel like the first half or like act.
Same way Katniss brought back the bow and arrow.
Yeah.
I think everybody's gonna be learning to throw tridents.
Listen,
I already know how to swim.
not even close.
like last time. And that's kind of what they said in that BTS thing was like,
That way, of course, they're gonna bunch.
where she's actually being a mom with him and
Yeah.
making like a gap. You know, they have some of these scenes that look like
Other than that, I'm like, I feel like I'll take the rest of the film seriously, but the little kids and breathes heavily through his nose right now.
you know, just we're getting ready.
Oh, man.
And then he gets to fight the crab from Moana at the end.
Time to the real
Grab
rejects.
those up.
Click that notification bell, and wow, Trident battles.
Looked huge, and somehow this trailer made it look even.
Anything done like this, and every time I see the trailers with the tridents, it's like tridents are never going to be cooler than they are this year.
Like they have creative lighting, but they're not, you know, obviously in water shooting.
One all the way into the first half of Act 2 will
Zack Snyder so much.
and Michael Bay
And-
hand to hand, but they even have like their underwater ship battles that they had
Yeah.
going on.
And the stuff with the
I am the protector of the deep. Have you become a Petronic to die? I have ridiculous amounts of faith that this is going to be one end.
underwater, enjoying it while I can.
Anyway, midpoint is when he, meets back up with Volko, who's Aquaman already. Like he,
Awesome, but yeah, I'm always
Yeah.
a little bit like, I can tell that you just, I don't know, you just kind of plopped a kid in here.
Yeah.
Michael Bay.
what I got from that trailer was that awesome Japanese look. You got Black Manta in here. You have Orm.
Willem Dafoe could turn, you never know.
Yeah,
You never trust that guy. Who's the third guy?
Let's end the joke.
Let's end the joke there.
All right, guys. Well,
Now, because some of these really sweeping scenes through Atlantis and some of these even halves now, because it's like you have another, this kind of that be
with Willem. So
a number of times throughout this movie. Yeah,
Because
right? At the end, and I'm excited to see that build up.
who the main villain will be, because battle sequences you have, not just
Who will use that power?
That we got a bit more of a glimpse into some of the. I never get tired of that last shot, man.
I always get this like pervert vibe from
And then
in order to conquer and win. There's elements in this trailer that haven't been teased in the other
very
trailer.
tangible, and that's exciting.
You don't matches the trident or the spear from Melinda.
World that feels
Trident resides the power of Atlantis.
a bit more realized than a lot of the stuff in the Snyder's, like a Deadpool kind of thing, where like every time a major thing from the past pops up, dark but with like a lot of poop humor version of a superhero.
True.
movie, you know?
I mean, it kind of feels like what people do with space.
Surface with you like a knot.
We're so goofy, and this is the first time where I'm like, tridents are gonna be bitching.
It's been a long time since. Yeah, when I feel
I think it's gonna be a bitchin' time. That upset someone that I kept saying that in another video when he's a little kid. 'Cause I feel like no matter what, there's never been any.
and Eli Roth, and I hope that one day they all get together and they make a superhero.
Fine,
Yeah,
because of everything that they're going for here. You know, Willem Dafoe.
Like you have some of these sounds that are see how he learns. Oh,
Earth made me what I am. By retrieving this very ominous. Not like this.
manipulated to sound like they're underwater, and the different ways they're going to bridge that. And that behind the scenes teaser, like this looks almost like a Lord of the Rings scale. James Wan.
What could be greater than a king?
Like, you know, this is our space, you know.
It feels that way.
Yeah.
It does, especially with all
A god.
like see him playing him.
I had to take that plunge under.
A guy with a trident.
Really, the only goofy parts to this to me look like some awesome music, dude.
Yeah.
Let's watch this trailer.
It's badass!
The variety of
has come across.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And I feel like this is the most we've gotten of that yet.
And then even though he is Academia, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, also Gotham, Dressed Like a Bat, Riverdale, and entertaining thrill ride.
Yeah.
Even for the parts that might not hit, I don't know what will or what won't. There happens to be.
This looks like a movie that might start, you know, kind of small and get huge.
Yeah.
By
That Willem Dafoe has as Nuidius Volko.
yeah, this top notch.
Oh, okay. I'm sure he'll be lovable in some capacity.
He's redeeming himself from the Goblin.
The time has come for Atlantis to rise.
That I want to say thank you. Flashbacks to his origin tale with his mom. I think it's going to be one of those
nice.
things where, you know,
Different, giant sea creature.
I mean, it's very obvious we're also going to watch the final trailer for like Mumbo Jumbo. Like, I never really, I knew that
Legend has it, one day.
probably be sequences where you're cutting to the flashbacks and the trailers
Yeah,
from the mentorship and how Willem Dafoe will actually play a big part in this. All the deals.
Yeah. I thought that was even sweet just to have that thing at the beginning.
You have to forget all the teaching of the surface world. You're deeper.
James Wan's in love with.
No. 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 No.